Welcome to Modernism Week Fall Preview Recap, Part 1. 3 events that we attended that we know you will love that happened to carry over to Modernism Week in February. Let's have a look.
Modernism Fall Preview for us kicked off with a visit to Frank Sinatra's Twin Palms estate. Frank lived there from 1947 to 1954, and many of those years with his second wife, Ava Gardner. This audio system must have really been something in the day, and here's his possibly piano-shaped pool. The house was designed by E. Stewart Williams after Frank walked into his Palm Springs office one day and asked him to design a weekend house in the desert. Frank and Ava Gardner had a volatile relationship, as you can see from this crack in the sink caused by a flying champagne bottle. And here's the reason it's called the Twin Palms Estate.
Palm Springs' point of view is back in the baby pit. Now known as the Art Pit, Modernism Week Fall Preview, we're taking a look at the Walker Replica House, an iconic replication of Paul Rudolph's 1952 beach cottage. Why don't we go wander in? Hi, babies! Hi! Thank you! Well, this is unexpected. Beautiful, cool, open. Wow. And you could live here, I could live here. Look at the cantilevering, the weighted sort of bells on the shading that are sort of held down by a lanyard over here. And we were just told that they can go down to like 80%. This is really inviting. Well, let's see what's in the rest of the house. Oh, I've been looking for a typewriter. I'd like to type a thank you letter to the Paul Rudolph Foundation, thanking them for this installation. Thank you so much for designing this beautiful, unique beach house and for allowing it to be replicated in 2013. Does that sound good? Ah, the kitchen. Appliances look exactly like they did in 52. Look at this little kitchen. Oh, Revereware. Wow. Okay, this is the real deal. I think we have the Better Homes and Gardens new cookbook. Paul Rudolph was of the iconic Sarasota School of Design and Architecture in the early 50s. And his design for the Walker Guest House was actually designed as a beach cottage for the Gulf Coast, where, as we saw, this family lived for a number of years. It's really a cool space, I have to say. I mean, it's a lot bigger inside than it looks because of the airiness of the open flaps and kind of has a sailboat appeal to it. Okay, this is an exciting moment. Modernism Week Fall Preview. We're here at Green Gables, which is not quite yet open, but I think tomorrow.
Tomorrow is the big day.
Tomorrow's a big day here with Kevin and Howard from H3K, the owners and creators and imaginators of everything here in the house, and also many iconic homes that you have worked on in Palm Springs.
We do that for a living. We have a design build business here in town, and we've got a lot of happy clients, and we were able to show our wares on our very own home here for Modernism Fall Preview.
And we're here in Twin Palms Estates, where can we say that this was actually your home?
Yes, we actually lived here. We bought the house in 2005 and lived here till 10. Rented it out after that, but we still own the house. And it's one of those things where when you buy a house, there's a lot you want to do and a lot you want to accomplish, but you just can't necessarily do it all at one time. So now, after, of course, 13 years, we're finally doing everything we wanted to do. So the house is amazing and very cool. So you have to come and see it if you get the opportunity.
Well, it's an amazing, speaking of amazing, William Kreisel Alexander build from, do we say like 50?
57. In fact, this was actually the very first development that the Alexanders did in Palm Springs.
Well, this is a must to come see. I'm really excited. Let's take a look around. Actually,
very
maybe
cool.
right now we can just look at the beautiful fireplace.
Yes, it's original and intact, and luckily it had never been painted, so that made our work a little bit easier.
You must be so happy, and look how it's furnished.
Yeah.
Well, where did all this?
I wonder if H3K Home
I'm
did the
not
furniture.
sure. Yeah. Oh.
Surprise.
So we've got the mid-mod look, and it's beautifully
We really
done.
try to make that mix of having.
Yeah.
We actually do have some vintage pieces in the house, which I think is important. But we always like to stress with people that a lot of people think I'm doing mid-century modern and they want to have all the vintage pieces, but you don't have the budget
gotta-
for it. I
yeah.
mean, it can get very expensive very
Yeah.
quickly, and so we encourage people to pick a piece or two that you like,
It'll
and
look more special that way.
yeah, it does. It really
Like
kind
your
of.
Jarret, like you're right
exactly.
here on the.
That really makes a moment, and it
Right.
gives you something, a conversation piece. But then feel free to mix in the more contemporary pieces, especially now because there's a lot of mid-century inspired design out there that
Yeah.
you can incorporate into
Exactly.
your space, which is amazing.
Which is great for all of us here
I
in Palm
know. We're
Springs.
like, okay.
Well, can you give us a tour?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, let's talk about the architecture in this gorgeous bathroom. That the light just flows from the clerestory right through the atrium. This is beautifully thought out, I would say, with how
One of the
you
things that we
designed
wanted to
it.
make sure is that we actually expanded the master bathroom. Because
Okay.
one of the things in the Alexanders is they did have smaller bathrooms, but today's living tends to be a little bit, grander and, having a little more space with two
We
sinks,
spend
two
a lot of time
showers.
in our bathrooms.
Yes.
You do, actually.
Now we have a
do.
double shower.
Yes.
That's
Oh.
something you didn't see in 1957.
I don't think so. I don't think
Separate beds
so.
and one shower.
We need that in our house.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So again, it has the high ceiling, and then you have a peek into the atrium.
I love
here,
that.
all the
Yeah,
way
that
up,
is
and you
really
get sunlight
nicely
in the
done.
morning and in the
It must be
afternoon.
gorgeous.
It is.
Even when you get up, it makes you want
It's beautiful.
Get up and go.
to get up and go more.
The lighting is great, and then we have good.
You can't stay in bed all day here.
No,
It's a very clean, crisp, utilitarian room.
It's got a toilet,
Yeah, exactly.
and it's got Warren Beatty looking down at you.
Yeah.
A very young Warren Beatty.
We'll have to get a shot of one. We need that.